Hello and welcome back to The Rootrees Are Dead. Let's see. We just got 3 confirmed, so we're starting fresh here once again. We only have 1 left here in the miracle line. Not sure where to go from here though. Like, this guy was a mechanic, so I don't think we're gonna find a lot of on him. We can try. No, there's nothing. Alright. So where the hell do we go from here? We know that these 2 are female. Pretty sure this is correct. Gwendolyn Roottree. Could try to find something out about this, maybe. Pretty sure we've searched for this before. Yeah. Nothing. What about James Morden? Nothing. Cool. What about Angelica Morden? I'm pretty sure we've already done this, but... yeah. I still don't get why this has 8. Like, what am I supposed to get out of this? They switched from elderberry to something else in the 1920s? Could that be important? 5 flavors because of the 5 kids. Yeah. Should we research the candy company a bit, maybe? It's in the shape of a maple leaf. Which makes sense because of the maple farm. There's also a history of print advertising website that claims to have a 5-piece advertisement scanned from the book called... Aha. When you click through the website, it seems the image links are broken. Well... Charles Lee. There we go. This is part of a book series about all things candy in the modern world. It starts in 1925 and continues onwards to chronicle the rise of mass production and global distribution. The book ends with a look into the future of candy as envisioned by experts in 1985. With the addition of hindsight, you can clearly see that pretty much everything wrong. It includes some print advertisements. You find a newspaper ad for 5 pieces from the 1930s added to evidence. Cool. Found this advertisement 6 years... Oh, it's from 1928, 6 years after the debut of 5 pieces. It says the flavors are inspired by their children, and the order is grape, elderberry, cinnamon extract, melon, and the newest flavor, miracle berry. Okay. Modern candy for modern society. Contain 5 different maple-infused flavors. Rootrees are a proud family business and our flavors are inspired by children. Oh, we get their initials. Miracle berry is a burst of... yeah, whatever. Okay. Gwendolyn, Elias, Miracle. No, that's Miracle. So we have M and CE. M and CE. No, Clancy Edward. We have CE. What do we have? We have M, CE, and E. M, C, E, and E. So we have another M and a G, I guess, which is probably Gwendolyn. So M, I assume it's a Roottree. Margolite. What kind of name is that? It could be Margolite. I'm just gonna put that down then. Well, let's give it a search, I guess. Margolite Roottree. Nothing relevant. Well, to be honest, this seems like kind of an early clue, doesn't it? So why did they remove elderberry? Is that important? Did others change as well? Yeah, they changed pretty much every flavor since then, so that probably is not important. Actually, Could these 5 flavors represent other people then? S, P, C, B, and A. When was this from? Teen Blast. Are there 5 teens? No, there's a lot more than 5 teens. We have R, C, and R here. Yeah, it doesn't fit. Okay. Just to try, can I search for volume 1? I can. It's a book about all things candy throughout the history. It starts with historical accounts dating back to the ancient Egyptians and chronicles candy through the year 1924. It includes some print advertisements from companies you've heard of, including an extremely early newspaper ad for 5 pieces that Charles Lee included due to a major misprint. What's the misprint? E for elderberry, EC for egg cream. Is that the difference? What was the other one? Wait, EC. That M for melon got replaced. No. What? Miracle got replaced. So what the hell is EC? It's gotta have to do with miracle, right? EC? It's a double name. Could it be the spouse? That would be weird. Are there any ECs here? No, there's no EC. Wait, wasn't the guy on the farm called EC? Man, I'm convinced this EC guy and whatever happened at the farm has something to do with this. Let's make another page here. Because this kind of stuff I will not be able to find again, right? Well, how would I even be able to put this in here? Well, shit. I don't think this is relevant right now anyway. So let's move on, I guess. It says Root has released 2 catalogs per year. Is that in periodicals maybe? Could that be something? Root? If we just search for something. Well, I don't know what the magazine was called or the catalog. Okay, here's the original name of Rose. Maybe we can search for that instead. No. Oh. We never did anything with this. The newscaster mentioned you could search online for WRTD. Okay. WRTD News is your local investigative jazz radio station. During the news segments, that's 45 minutes on the hour, they have been talking about the plane crash. This most recent hour, they also talked about a picture taken from Carl's office. Yeah. When the interview is revealed, there wasn't a break-in. Instead, someone with a key to the office took the picture after discovering the pipes burst due to the recent storm. It means it was likely someone close to the family who was aware of the photo's history and wanted to save it. The psychologist, however, also goes on to posit the culprit had an alternate agenda, specifically because nobody in the family has come forth to say they have it in their possession. Comment below the article says, "Don't believe their lies, this is just another instance of the Roottree curse being real. True thing. I bet you Carl was murdered and the picture had evidence on it." Roottree curse? Oh shit. There's a long rambling conspiracy website with very small, very red text on a black background that says that Rootrees are cursed. has been very recently updated with the following. Important update. With Carl and Brenda and their girls, that makes 5 new deaths. Not only that, but 3 of the 5 presidents of the Roottree company have died mysteriously. They say a guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1982, but nobody was arrested. Then Ernie Madison Jr. Hang on. We don't have that guy. But these are presidents then. So Guy and Ernie. Ernie Madison stepped down. Was he poisoned? Now just this week, Carl died in a plane crash. This cannot be coincidence. There's another entry that claims if you connect the dots in the pattern of the 5 pieces wrapper, it creates a Mayan ruby skull, a secret message meant to subliminally scare people away. The post before that has a link to a site that talks about how Earth has 4 corners. Fucking time cube, really? The author of this site seemed to agree. Come on, man. An entry from a few months ago claims that the owner of the site received an email from Chris Raff75 asking him to take down his site with faked proof that Ernie Madison Jr. actually had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. The owner claims that although the proof looks quite credible, he knows that the proof was fake because he's an expert at creating fake evidence. The first entry is from 1996 and has a blurry picture of the Roottree Candy Company factory, seemingly taken by the website's author from behind a fence and through some trees. It seems like Operation RT-29 is real. I witnessed a helicopter land on February 9th, 1996. Website footer says all images and ideas by Thomas Overwood. Operation RT-29? Dude, what do I do with this? We need this. Whatever, you just dump it in here. We don't have a 5 pieces wrapper, do we? We only have advertisements. I don't think that matters anyway. It's Operation RT-29. Let's search for that. Find more conspiracy websites. Some people out there claim that the Rootrees are changing the candy recipe to include more and more chemicals. That this was done in cooperation with bad actors from unknown government. Claim that due to a loophole in the calendar, it's possible to get away with nearly any crime on a leap day, as long as it isn't discovered until after the day is over. And that every 4 years on a leap year, the Roottree company hosts a meeting with foreign agents to conspire to poison our children. The proof is that Roottree candies contain polyglycerol, polyricin... What? Is that a real thing? It is a real thing. An emulsifier made from glycerol and fatty acids in chocolate. Okay, thanks. An ingredient of the candy that wasn't there when it first released. They claim that it is added in an attempt to addict people and eventually induce mind control. The website claims to sell pills that counteract this effect for children that have already eaten Roottree candy in the past. You do an additional search for whatever, and it seems to be, an emulsifier in chocolates approved by the FDA and widely used across many products. Right. Go back here, let's search for this guy. Thomas Overwood seems to have a few different sites about mysterious deaths and curses. In addition to the Roottree Curse website, you also find one about the truth behind Spirit Cola, which claims that Spirit really stands for Satan's Plague is returning in 2000. And that in the year 2000, anyone who has drunk Spirit Cola will die. Another website is Stock Markets and the Devil's Numbers, which claims that if you multiply any stock price by 666 and also multiply the current year by that same stock price, then add those 2 numbers together and divide the entire total by the stock price. Finally subtract the okay. A good one, bro. So this is nothing then? Spirit Cola? Carbonated drink only found in the southern US. Comes in various flavors. Okay, irrelevant. Okay, well, we got 2 more presidents out of that. Guy and Ernie Madison Jr. Nothing on Ernie Madison Jr. What about Guy? Is he a Roottree? Guy Hudson. Oh. Fancy Flavors was an addition to the 5-piece product line for less than a year in 1979. It was Guy Hudson's first and historically most cited move as president of Roottree. In an attempt to cater more towards what he thought the average person wanted, Guy looked down at his own wealth, which was often a source of envy for others, and decided to tap into the idea that if they added fancy flavors to 5 pieces, anyone could live like the wealthy. This philosophy led to a flavor in 5 pieces that was meant to mimic caviar. 5 pieces sold less that year than it had in any other year, except in some foreign markets. It was very quickly announced that caviar was meant to be a limited flavor that would go back to normal. Well, this doesn't help at all. Shit, man. Oh? There's a guy in the back that I hadn't seen. What the fuck? Could that be that fucking EC guy? Maybe. I don't know. It seems kinda hidden. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, hang on. Remember this picture? That is... It's her and the boys. I thought it was the Miracle Boys. But... that's her sons. It's gotta be, because we can't add more pictures here. So these are both male then. One of them went to film school. Okay, it's a bit progress, I guess. But where do we go from here? I don't know. Okay, we're back to this book. Her sister Gwendolyn. Already have that. Cousin Bonnie. One of these two is Bonnie. Doesn't really let us do anything. She settles with boring men. Did both of these have a spouse? They did. Shit. Well, we have Dr. Wilson here. Oh shit. Dr. Stephen Wilson is a pediatrician who practices north of Pittsburgh. Although there are a lot of Stephen Wilsons and Dr. Wilsons, this one apparently found a way to game the search results, as it pops up to the top every time. So website claims that he is the pediatrician to the stars. The only evidence for this is that he apparently was the doctor to the Roottree Sisters. Ooh. There's a picture of him on his website, as well as a picture of his 3 children. The 3 of them looks as though the photographer was holding them hostage. Regardless, the photos have been added to your evidence. There's also a quote that, although credited to his child Jason, you suspect might not be written by a 10-year-old. My dad is best dad in the entire world, and he treats every patient with the world-class care. He will treat your children like he would me, my big brother, or my sister. Dude, this is good. So he had 3 children. Wait, what? Only 2. Oh, no. No, what? Dr. Wilson is... Oh, both her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave up on dreams to settle for boring men. So... Dr. Wilson is actually this guy. Shit, what was his name? Stephen Wilson. Nice. And we have the 3 children as well. Let's have a look at the thing we got. Where's this? Dr. Stephen Wilson. Can we even add a photo? This is Dr. Stephen Wilson, self-proclaimed... yeah. Oh, we can add a photo here. Cool. There we go. And what else? The kids. The quote... Yeah. Picture was taken on date. Well, that's the youngest, definitely. Where is he? There we go. Credited to Jason. Is that the youngest? What did the website say? Written by a 10-year-old? But we don't know how recent the quote is. Well, this guy looks like he just graduated or something. Maybe... Is he the oldest then? We don't really have the name of the others anyway. Let's just add this as Jason. Jason Wilson, and he is student, I guess. What do we do with the rest here? Is he the oldest? We don't know. Oh fuck, we don't know the name. How many Wilsons are there? Zach and Jem? Oh well, this gotta be Zach and the other one Jem then. Occupation, college, and college? Oh shit, there we go. Oh my god, it took a while. But we got something. Cool. Booyah. Now this doesn't really help with anything else, I don't think. Unfortunately. But I think this is where we're gonna leave it off for today. Seems like I just have to re-examine my evidence, read stuff, see if we can find anything new. I'm trying to go by the highest number here, highest intuition number, but it is getting tough. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.